I'm Xavier Kessler. I'm one of the directors of SmartGeometry. It started off as 30 people in a room somewhere in Cambridge trying to get to grips with some new design software, with some digital tools, new digital tools in design and architecture. Now that has totally grown, and now we are here in Copenhagen. We have now 10 clusters, with each of these clusters having a cluster leader, or maybe some 2 or 3 leaders, and then we'll have 10 to 15 participants, and they work together for 4 days to create something, so to design together with new digital tools and see how they can actually push it. This year, it's building the invisible, working with data flows, working with real-world data, and seeing how that would influence your design. How are we going to capture data from our environment, from the net, from any source, and try to bring that together in our design. Each year we have to reinvent ourselves, and that keeps it experimental and interesting and keeps pushing its boundaries out.
Well, I think we have to credit Lars with the original initiative. He sent an email to us, all in capital letters with 4 exclamation marks. And it said, "Let's do something." So we decided we had to come up with a plan that would keep Lars busy and out of trouble. So we agreed to meet and have lunch. And during the lunch, we came up with the idea of running an experimental workshop. And that grew into a community project.
It's important that people realise what you're seeing in this room here is very much looking to the future. The sort of techniques that are being used in that process are the same that are being used on buildings today. In my particular field, if you look at the bird's nest in Beijing, that wouldn't have been possible without very sophisticated parametric tools. It just wouldn't have happened in the form that it turned out. So it is actually influencing the way we design and the way we build today, and will be more so in the future.
The whole point of the SmartGeometry group is that it finds its own direction. It's not something where people sit down and build a strategy, but it's something that we see developing, we sense it happening, and then we push it along.
There aren't many opportunities where people from practice can come together and work with people who are normally their competitors. And so in a sense, people measure themselves against the competition during this event. And one of the things that helps people relax into that way of thinking and working is that they're working alongside researchers in lots of different fields and also educators who are trying to sort of prime the pumps and feed the process. So bringing those 3 elements together, I think, is something that's always worked very well for us, and it's helped to build the community spirit that takes it forward.
I think everybody knows how SmartGeometry works as from the previous workshops as examples. So pretty much you know what are you going to do if you're coming here. So it's quite exciting.
It's like a storm of energy, I would say. It's a great place for learn, for network, and just to also have fun, like making new friends.
It's always good to meet new people that they're involved with the same kind of research and kind of work that we do. So it's very exciting.
I think this format works really well, and it's a good way to meet people in the industry and like get some brains together and try and solve some issues that are,
It's nice to walk around and see the other clusters and just, all this whole open space and just see everything go from, bottom to up, start to finish.
During this week, we're having people from offices from all over the world. I think we have people here from Brazil, from South Africa, from Australia, also people from the States and from Europe, of course. Lots of people here in clusters working together, actually with competing firms or competing academic institutions. But for 1 week in a year, we can actually put it aside and actually try to see how we can be totally experimental and really try to do some hands-on research.